Alright, so in today's stream, we're gonna be... Yo, what up, D? What's going on, man? What's good, dude? But, so in today's stream, I don't know how much time this is gonna take. Really want to take our time, I think, today. This is a Japanese copy of Saskia the Unyielding, and I played against my cousin the other week with this commander, and it was pretty bad. Bad enough for me to say this was the worst commander deck I've ever made in my life. So what we're going to be doing today is figuring out why it was as bad as it was, so that we can adjust and make a better, more consistent version of what I had built here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate the lands and the cards and just make piles, and then we'll go from there. But the main idea for how this deck was supposed to work was that there are creatures like this goblin here that has something called BloodRush, and what we were looking to do is to discard these cards from our hand to activate BloodRush to give our creatures buffs when they attack, and then because Saskia is in the color black, we were going to be able to get the cards from our graveyard to put it back into our hand, to then buff a creature again, to then buff a creature again, and just kind of doing that over and over again. But it just didn't work out that way. So we're going to do what we can right now to make sure that we can get it to work that way. So I'm just going to grab all the creatures really quickly and sort them in a pile. I already see a lot of cards in here that we gotta take out. A lot of cards. Wow. I hope everybody's having a good day today. This over there. No, it's actually snowing over here today. So I had no idea. I woke up this morning and I was just like, I had no idea it was supposed to be snowing like that today. You think the blue would help? I mean, D, honestly, you can say that about any commander, I think, that doesn't have the color blue. And then you'd be right. I'm just gonna count these lands really quickly just to make sure we have 36. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 36. Alright, we got 36 lands. No, but yeah, I figured. I figured you would like playing that color. So I think all of these spells right here, there are no creatures inside this pile. There is one creature in this pile. Alright, yeah, we got a lot of work to do right here. I'm looking at this right now and I'm just thinking to myself, how did we ever get to this point? So what I'm gonna do is just sort out the cards by mana cost, and then just kind of go from there. You know, kind of surprised at how expensive the mana cost inside this deck actually ended up being. 3, 6, 5. You building anything new, D? Any new commander decks, dude? I know tomorrow's the giveaway. That's gonna be exciting. I'm giving everybody just one more day to subscribe and comment, and then we'll just go from there.
What we do here is go back.
And like that card can go. This card can go. This card can go. I'm thinking about just, instead of having all of these creatures that look at how many, dude, we got all these 4-drops, 5, 6. This curve is bad. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. I mean, that's reasonable, but another 5-drop and another 5-drop. Wow. Okay. I mean, if our commander ramped us, I think this would be okay, but I think the fact that our commander doesn't ramp us for anything, and our commander is actually difficult to cast. She's just 4 different colors. We have to take out a lot of these cards. I'm just gonna keep the things that say BloodRush here on the end. I'm gonna take out this Karakazar. I'm taking out the Death Tyrant. We'll keep the BloodRush creatures here, and we'll just say that that's all that's gonna be there. Oh, word. How was the other game that you were talking about that you played? How did that end up turning out? This could go. This can go. This can go. This is gonna stay. This can go. Go. This says BloodRush. Keep, and we will keep. Zancha. Yeah, D, you know, when I first started playing Magic, dude, actually the first deck I ever played was Selesnya during Return to Ravnica. And then after that, during I think it was Gate Crash, I was playing BloodRush. Or was it Gate Crash? I think it was. And that was fun. So this is a callback to my beginnings in Magic. This Rada can go. Alright, so we just took out a bunch of cards, so let's take out these cards right now. Wow. Yo, D. I don't know what time is like or whatever what your time zone's like. Mine's in the top right corner of the screen right now. But I'm thinking that at some point I can play 1v1 games on the channel and then edit the videos and then upload them to YouTube, like really nice. And the only thing though is that I would like to have the sound recorded well and everything. So, and this is a family-friendly channel, so you can't be any cursing. So I would invite you to play a game if you can, it would be a lot easier for me to edit it if we could be free from using foul language. You know? Okay, so right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 creatures so far. 5 hours ahead. Oh, so it's like 6 o'clock over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait a minute. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 28, 29. So I might have 29 creatures inside this deck. My gut's telling me I need like... I think I need more BloodRush creatures. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's actually not that bad. Cool. That's good, D. Yeah, you wanna make Disney money, you know, you gotta keep it clean, you know? So what I'm gonna do right now is let's just get the creatures set first, and then once I know what creatures I have, I can go about fixing all of the spells and everything else that I have over here. So let me just and I sorted all the cards that I had too. So everything is nice and neat and sorted, and it's gonna be really easy for me to find stuff. So just give me a second while I grab my my cards. All right.
I'm staying up. I'm wilding out. I'm leaning in. I'm leaning in.
Let's see. So we're looking for cheap creatures with trample. Born at the bottom, but now I'm tucked down. Look, I'ma call it swagger. I slip through time zones like a cloak and dagger. Mad rubies on my chain. You can see your name bubbling, blood vein. Your girls in my. Okay. Dude was going in with that song. I was like, word. Alright, let's see. You get cheap creatures with trample. I mean, this can tap for 1 mana of any color. So I'm thinking that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have, just because that just fixes my mana. Yeah, you know, I think I have Scorchwalker. D, I just gotta figure out where the Scorchwalker is, to be honest. I know I have one that's foil somewhere. I just don't have I have no idea where it is right now. It says add 1 mana of any color. I mean, I'll take it. It's fine with me.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Oh, I was gonna say. This is a 3-drop? Nah. Yeah, but I think the idea, Dalfor, is that we're reusing these BloodRush creatures over and over again. I think that's the game plan here. So I think that just having the BloodRush creatures, preferably with something that already has trample. Like I could attack you with a 1/1 and you're like, oh, I could block this 1/1. But if I don't block it, then, you know. Or if I do block it, you know, it puts people in an awkward position. You know, I think I want to play this. Oh, the Almighty Bushwag. Okay. This Titanoth Rex, I think I'm gonna play just because we can cycle it. It's a draw card. And it's a trampler late game that we could use. Because we are in black, you know, I don't necessarily have to only play like tramplers. I could play flyers as well, now that I think about it. You know what? I should probably actually just do that. I mean, I'll keep looking through here, but I should probably just grab some flying creatures. Or this Death Toucher, it's a 1/2. If I give this thing trample and then the buff, you could assign 1 damage of Death Touch and then do the rest of the damage over, I suppose. And they only cost 2 mana to play. This one says, oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this Death Toucher. Yeah, I think after this we'll go ahead. I know in the black cards that I got a lot of creatures that are just like 1/1, 1/1, 2 drops of flying. I think that could be a decent creature to buff, and if not, then it's just an annoying creature that you're just constantly getting attacked with earlier on in the game. There's another one. You know what? I wanted to grab those cards actually. Except trample. I mean, it's a 4-drop that has trample. Let me see my 4-drops right now. That's a 5. I mean, I could this Gnarlback Rhino whenever you cast a spell. I mean, I know this is not necessarily. I'm just gonna keep that. BloodRush is not casting a spell, but yeah, we'll play it. Farhaven Elf. I don't think. Champion of Lambholt, I think, is great. I could play these removal spells. Destroy all enchantments. Destroy all enchantments. I mean, I'll leave them over here. Fire Sage. Overrun. Add 1 mana of any color. I think we go with the where was it? Let's just play this Tribe Elder. Then the flying creatures. This one deals damage in the form of +1, -1/-1 counters. Oh, I'm like not even showing the cards on the camera. I mean, it seems like an interesting card. No, that's 4 more. No, I think put these here. Still costs too much. I mean, the BloodRush creatures they definitely are red and green. Thing is that if I have nothing to, what I noticed in the game that I was playing is that if I don't have the creatures to actually cast the BloodRush on, then there's kind of no point in running the strategy, you know? And with Saskia, Saskia is gonna deal damage, almost double damage, if I'm attacking the person that I choose with her ability. So I don't think I really need a creature to be too powerful here. I think I just need something to buff. Because if I buff a creature that's a 2/2, and all of a sudden it's a 5/5, and now they're taking double damage, that's 10 damage. And then I reanimate the BloodRush card, put the card back into my hand, and that means I can do another 10 damage next turn. The balance. So I think there's a reason why there aren't too many people playing this strategy, you know? But it's fetid imp. See, this is a 2-drop, it's a 1/2. This one gets a creature back into my hand, and it's a flying 2/2 for 2 mana. This one has menace. It's a 3-drop. I mean, whatever. This is a flying 2-drop. Oh, I'm finding all the cards now. Alright, I think we're just gonna keep it at... What is this, actually? I think we're just gonna keep it at that. Yeah, I mean, I play... For the most part, yeah. I do play a lot of 1v1. Yo, D, what's your favorite color combination to play? Good. You know, I still don't think this is gonna be anything amazing, but I just hope to see that it just does something now, and then I can just find the specific creatures and cards, or combination of creatures and cards that are gonna, or spells that can complement this idea. Oh no, there's actually that one ninja that would be pretty sick right now, actually. Hold up. No. Perfect. Okay. So now we have a ton more. Should be much more balanced. Yeah. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I used to play a ton of Arena. Used to play a lot of Brawl, but like I haven't. Can't even remember the last time I played Arena, honestly. And I think that it's probably been like 3 or 4 sets since I've played Arena. Just like the idea of going back on to catching up at everything that I missed up to this point. A lot. Hunter's Insight will keep this card can go. Actually, we'll keep that. This card can go. This card can go. Explosive Vegetation we will keep. Roiling Regrowth, go. Signal of Clans, we will keep. Go. Definitely. This card is good. Have a Disrupted Quorum inside here. It's gonna go. We're gonna put that in another day. Have you tried out Alchemy? I heard of that too. I didn't really think I didn't think of it much when I saw it, but like just because I see people dropping money on Arena, on packs, and like playing limited and like drafting and stuff, and I'm just like, man, like I'd rather just save my money and go out and like really draft and actually have the cards, you know. And like sometimes when I'm playing Arena, and like, I try my best to have patience with things. But when I play Arena and if I get like flooded or not flooded, it's just, or I draw no lands. I don't know. I just think that that's like the worst. But I don't mind getting flooded or having no lands in real life because at least I'm shuffling, you know, in that game. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think frustrating is the word. I just find it, like, disappointing, you know? I'm just like, man, really? I'm just... Like, it's one thing to have that happen to you in real life, and you're like, oh, man, like, okay. But then, like, yeah, that makes sense. What's this? Yeah, I used to play this mono green playing Azusa. That with Scoot Swarm. Brawl, that was so much fun. Just making 50,000 copies of Scoot Swarm. We'll play that front. We'll play this. We could. I think we would have to find ways to give creatures unblockable. I don't think maybe only in black. In black, I could probably find creatures that have like shadow or something. So honestly, what I'm really looking for right now is just to playtest and be able to cast spells. You know? That's really what I'm looking for right now. Because when I played, like I'm telling you, I literally did nothing the entire time. So all I'm really looking for is to just be able to get cards on the board early, see if I can cast BloodRush, and then once I know that that's like a formula that I can use to play the deck, then it'll turn into something that's much more, I can put a lot more thought into the specific cards that I'm running. But if I have just like a basic general idea for now, I think that you know, who runs BloodRush Tribal and Commander? It's not like I'm gonna be able to go online and find like a specific formula to how to run this. But I think that with patience you can figure it out. You know, I was thinking about going to the gym today, but it's just so snowy. You could probably hear them cleaning the snow outside right now. Hope you're going to the gym, D. Everybody gotta be going to the gym, man. Gym is like, every time you walk out of the gym, you just added a couple of days to your life. Maybe even just a couple of hours, but it's worth it. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. Land walk? You mean like basic land walk or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I play cards? Okay. Fine. I mean, I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay. That's intense. I used to train people that a woman specifically for her husband that took care of her husband in the past. So I'm familiar with the situation. Over in the States over here, yo, we got gyms where you pay $10 a month for the gym. You get like a nice facility. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's intense, man. Lands. That's a lifestyle. All right, where are the lands? I think I need to fix the mana. I mean, it's a 4-color deck, so the mana was always gonna be interesting to begin with. But I think I need to put a lot more forest inside the deck, or just ways to make green. Man, I'm sitting here like trying to get to that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Slagwoods Bridge. Thank you for existing. Okay. Nah, D. Honestly, D. As long as you're doing something, you know, that's all that really matters, you know. I don't think it's excuses, you know. I think, like, to be realistic, you can only really do what you can do, you know. And like, as long as you're doing what you can do, you can't really ask for much more. You know, a lot of people, I think when a lot of people talk about, trying to fix the camera right now. I think when a lot of people think about the gym, they get really stressed out over like putting pressure on themselves to go to the gym, you know. And I think that we're gonna keep this hand, we're gonna draw, and I think that it's going to the gym is like brushing your teeth, or like working out is like brushing your teeth, you know. Nobody stresses about brushing their teeth, man. You just do it, you know. It's not really an issue. I'm gonna tap here. I'm gonna play this Findhorn Elves, which is gonna allow me to tap for 1 mana. Now we have literally all the colors in our hand to cast Saskia. We have no means. We have 1 pump spell right here, but it's not a it's a non-recurable. Predatory Rampage. You know, the more I play this, the more I think I'm gonna need tutors in order for this deck to work well. Like creature tutors. Just stuff that I can just use consistently. So we're gonna get down this swamp here. Wait, did I play a land last turn? Oh, I didn't. So that's gonna be on the battlefield too. And yeah, it's like the when I train my clients, I just tell them, I'm like, look, just everybody wants to weigh themselves. Everybody wants to check their weight. Everybody wants to like, oh, how do I do this with this? I could probably look up some transmute cards that would work. I think I know in my LGS they have some in the color black that I could probably play actually. So thank you for bringing that up. Alright, so right now, technically I'm gonna take back this land. I'm gonna play this plains instead because right now I could play Saskia if I wanted to. And honestly, looking at my hand, that's the only creature that I can play right now. So, or no, I can't do that. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play Saskia, and then I'll pass. So turn 3 Saskia isn't bad. And then we'll untap. We'll draw Excavation Mole, a trampling creature. So we will play this. Actually, we won't play the Myriad Lands. We're immediately gonna go to combat. And we're gonna attack somebody with Saskia. And then what's gonna happen is I'll pay green from the Finhorn Elves to give Saskia a +2/+2 in trample. So she is a 5/6. Then I'll pay 1, 2, 3, and I'll cast a Hunter's Insight. And then when this deals combat damage to a player, I draw that many cards. So I think Saskia's ability is not considered combat damage. So I'm just gonna be dealing, let's say they didn't block. So they'll take 5 and then I draw 5 cards because I want to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now all this will go into the graveyard. We'll pass the turn. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 10 cards in here. But I would like for you to notice. I think it depends on the Planeswalker and what it. I normally will include it by whatever its plus ability does. I don't really pay attention to like. Sometimes this like a 6 mana. Oh, I didn't even read that. Oh, D. The chance of me actually doing that with Domri is it'll never happen. +1 from 3. But I like the ability to. He's kind of removal, and then he's basically bad card draw. But the creature count in this deck tends to be kind of high. But we already know this is the worst deck ever, so this card could probably go, and probably will end up going, honestly. So I'll go to my second main phase, and I'll play this forest. Now I have 9 cards in hand. So I have 3 BloodRush creatures now, which is amazing, and I can put Genesis straight into the graveyard, which says that during my upkeep I can pay 3. If I do, I can return target creature from my graveyard to my hand. Great. So I'm gonna put that there. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in my hand right now. I mean, technically I should just play this Myriad Landscape tap instead of that forest. And then I'm gonna place. This card can go. The Shaper Sanctuary. I don't think that card's going. 5, 6, 7. I have 7 cards in hand. Okay, so now let's say somebody wipes the board. The board is wiped. I lose Saskia. I lose this. Okay, I'll untap. There's nothing on the board now. There's a Lifecaster's Bestiary. Okay. We will not pay the 3 for the Genesis. We'll play our land for turn. I'm thinking about getting down this excavation mole. I can get down the excavation mole, which is going to give me a creature with trample that I can blood rush onto. Decisions. Yeah, we're going to do that. So 1, 2, 3. Play the mole, put the top 3 cards in my library into my graveyard. So that happens. And then I'll pass. And then I go to my turn. This could have been like a 5 mana creature. That might have been better. Okay. So what we'll do now is we will actually... Oof. It's an expensive one. I really would like a way to get another land into my hand right now, but that would be playing this and then doing nothing else. Unless I play this, I can play Omen of the Dead, return target creature from my graveyard to my hand, and I'll grab a Sakura Tribe Elder. This will go back to my hand. I'm going to tap 2. I'm going to play the Sakura Tribe Elder. And then I'll go to combat and I'll attack with Excavation Mole, which is 3 damage, trample. They'll do whatever. I'll tap this. I'll discard Slaughterhorn and I'll give it +3/+2. That's 6 damage. And then I'm going to sacrifice this to grab a... I think I need a forest. So we'll get that. And then we'll untap. Good. We'll draw Keru Mind Eater. You know, haste would be good inside this deck too, now that I'm thinking about it. If I had an explosive vegetation right now to get a lot more mana on the board, that would be cool too. So what we can do right now is pay 1, 2. I'm going to sack the Myriad Landscape to go grab a swamp. And then a mountain. And then I'll go to combat. And then I can attack with the mole again. And then what I'll do is I'll discard the Rubble Hulk. And I'll give that +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to get +7/+7. So that's 10. That's a 10/10 trample. And then I will pass a turn. Goes back to my turn. I'll draw. During my upkeep, I'm actually gonna pay 3. Oh, I need the green. 3, and I'm gonna grab that Rubble Hulk. I'm gonna put the Rubble Hulk back into my hand, and then I'm gonna draw for turn, which is Explosive Vegetation. And then I'll go to combat. And then I'll pay 3, and I'll discard the Rubble Hulk. And I'll give this plus, I don't have another land in my hand, unfortunately. I do have a copy of Rhythm of the Wild, but I don't think this deck does. I could play Sapphires of Yabi Maya. I could grab a copy of Rhythm of the Wild, and I think that there's a card that just released from the most recent set that kind of acts like both of those cards that I know I have. I think that would work really well inside this deck. And I think that's it. So we had one opportunity to bring back a creature, which was nice. We blood rushed 3 times. So I think it's just about finding creatures that are evasive. Like trample is evasive. And then I think that what would help is taking out the cards that don't belong in here, like this. And maybe instead of playing cards that just give something trample for a moment, I can play cards that just give all my creatures trample when they're in the game. And I think that that should help to alleviate a lot of the, or just help to make the deck much more aggressive. Because if things have trample, and I can buff them, and I have a ton of mana and I can bring stuff back, I think that I should not focus so much on card advantage, like drawing cards. I should focus on recursion and getting cards from my graveyard back to my hand and use that as my method of card advantage. And I think that it'll make the deck play a lot better. Cool. So that's all today's really going to be. I just wanted to get the chance to set up get on stream with the new setup that we have over here. I think that's pretty much gonna be it. Tomorrow's gonna be the giveaway, so that'll be uploaded, and then we'll just go from there. At some point, we'll just get into the other stuff we want to do on the channel. So I'm gonna head out of here. Okay, D. I hope you have a good day, brother. Yo, peace out, man. Be good with your wife, man. Tell your wife I said hi. Peace.